Love didn't arrive loudly in Daniel's life. It came softly, like a song playing in the background, one he didn't notice until it became impossible to ignore. Daniel was the kind of person who believed deeply. When he loved with his whole heart. He believed love was honesty, effort, and choosing someone every single day. So when he met her, he gave her everything: his time, his attention, his patience, and his dreams. At first, love felt easy. They talked for hours about nothing and everything. They laughed until midnight, shared secrets, and promised to never give up on each other. Daniel felt seen. For the first time, he believed love had finally chosen him. But slowly, things began to change. Replies that once came in seconds began to take hours. Conversations grew shorter. Laughter faded into silence. Daniel noticed he was the one always asking, always checking, always trying to fix what he didn't break. Still, he stayed. He told himself love required sacrifice. He told himself patience was proof of commitment. So he ignored the way his chest felt heavy at night. He ignored how often he questioned his worth. He ignored the quiet fear that maybe love wasn't slipping away but had already left. Some nights, Daniel stared at his phone, waiting for a message that never came. Other nights, he replayed old conversations, wondering where he went wrong. He began to change, smiling less, sleeping poorly, doubting himself more. And the hardest part wasn't losing love. It was losing himself. One evening, after a long day that felt heavier than usual, Daniel sat alone by his window. Rain fell gently outside, and the world felt quiet. For the first time, he stopped asking why he wasn't enough. Instead, he asked a different question. Why am I hurting just to keep someone who doesn't choose me back? That question changed everything. Daniel realized something painful but powerful. Love should not feel like constant fear. Love should not make you beg to be valued. Love should not cost you your peace. That night, he made the hardest decision of his life. He let go, not with anger, not with hatred, but with understanding. Letting go didn't mean he never loved. It meant he finally loved himself enough to stop bleeding for someone who wasn't willing to heal him. The days after were not easy. There were moments of doubt, moments when memories came rushing back, moments when loneliness whispered lies. But slowly, very slowly, Daniel began to breathe again. He laughed without forcing it. He slept without tears. He rediscovered the parts of himself he had buried while trying to be enough for someone else. He learned to enjoy silence, to value his own company, and to forgive himself for staying too long. Weeks turned into months, and then something unexpected happened. Love returned. Not in the form of promises or dramatic words, but as peace, as calm, as someone who listened without rushing, someone who stayed without being asked, someone who didn't make Daniel question his worth. This love felt different. It didn't drain him. It didn't confuse him. It didn't hurt to prove itself. It felt safe. That is when Daniel understood the truth love had been trying to teach him all along. Real love doesn't break you to stay. It doesn't silence your voice. It doesn't make you smaller. Real love grows you. And sometimes the bravest act of love is not holding on but letting go, so something better can find you. Daniel smiled, knowing now that love was never about losing yourself for someone else. It was about finding yourself and sharing that wholeness with the right person.